Hello and welcome to Mellow Labs. On today's episode, I want to make one of these. It's a pen that dispenses powdered chocolate so that you can draw on top of tea, coffee, hot chocolate. It's very cute. I checked the price. They're not too expensive, but I feel like I could make it myself on a 3D printer. I have no idea how it works. I have no idea how I'm going to do it, but let's find out if I can after this message from my sponsor. JLCPCB. With 19 years of experience and 5 state-of-the-art factories, it's no wonder that over 5.4 million engineers across 180 plus countries rely on their reliable and affordable services. Getting started is easy. Simply upload your Gerber files, get an instant quote, and place your order within minutes. It's just that easy. Whether you're prototyping or producing in volume, JLCPCB offers unbeatable pricing with 1 to 8 layer PCBs starting from just $2. But it's not just affordability. JLCPCB delivers premium quality with lightning turnaround times. Your boards can be ready within as little as 24 hours. All thanks to their fully in-house production process, which ensures quality control at every stage. And right now, there's an exclusive offer where you can get 6-layer PCBs for just $5 with $30 off of your first order. If you're ready to take your electronic projects to the next level, visit JLC PCB. So the way I think it works is that there's a little funnel that has the cocoa powder in it, and the actual powder doesn't want to go through the hole because it bunches up and doesn't want to go through until you apply a vibration, which then loosens up the powder and lets it flow nicely down the funnel. I think that's what's happening. So to test my theory, I'm going to print a little funnel and check whether that actually applies. So into Fusion. First test part has finished printing. Like I said, it's just a tiny little funnel. It needs a tiny bit of cleanup because there is a lot of stringing with this PETG. I kind of guesstimated the size of the hole. I went with 3mm. It might be too big now that I'm looking at it. So let's find out. I've got my hot chocolate that I'll be using for this experiment. Let's move stuff aside. Let's put that down here. Let's put some of it in. I should have grabbed a spoon. BRB spoon's a bit big. It's full of chocolate and nothing's coming out the bottom unless I tap it. Get in a bit closer, bud. So unless I'm tapping, nothing's coming out, which is exactly how I thought it works. That's perfect. So now we just need to add a vibration motor that will do that so that I don't have to tap it. Let's see if I have any kind of vibration motor. Where the hell did I put all my motors? I had tiny drone motors somewhere. I seem to have lost them. So instead, I'm going to sacrifice a servo motor and just get the actual motor out of it. So, tiny motor. Let's plug it in and see how much vibration it makes. Doesn't feel like it's doing much in the way of vibration, but I'm just going to put it up against this, like that-ish. And put some hot cocoa in it. And that does absolutely nothing. Okay, so what if there's a tiny gear on here? What if instead of it being perfectly balanced, I make it not perfectly balanced? Let's add some, let's add a drop of super glue to it. I'm gonna add enough super glue so that it's weighing one side down. Activator spray. It doesn't feel particularly more vibratey. What if I add a tiny weight? Okay, I'm gonna try to glue this grab screw onto the side of the motor. Ooh, yes. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's very vibrating now. Okay, let's try that. Put that on the side here. Add some hot chocolate into the hopper. And power it up. Hold on, I don't have a great grip on this. Okay, better? Let's go. Oh yeah, oh yes. Oh, yes. Oh, that is it. Oh, we have got a plan. Oh, that is perfect. Okay, the one thing I want to improve is I think this nozzle is actually quite big. I want to see if I can shrink it down a little bit. I'm going to try to do that with some sellotape, I think, first. Because I want to see whether the diameter of the nozzle will like prevent it from completely falling out. I want it to be small enough so that I can do some like nice detailed drawing, but not, you know, small enough so that I can't get hot chocolate through it. So let's get some tape. The tape makes a reappearance in 2 videos in a row now. That's weird. Okay, that's a lot smaller and it seems to work just fine. Okay, that is fantastic news. So now let's put together everything I've learned into like one 3D model that will hold the motor, the battery, and the hot chocolate in a form factor that I can just kind of hold as a pen and see if it works. So I'm gonna go do some CADing, probably on Twitch. I've been doing a lot of my work on Twitch recently. You should probably stop by. As you can tell, it's been a couple days. I've 3D printed some stuff. I did all of the designing on my Twitch. This was the first thing I designed. This was the test funnel that worked. Then I kind of designed this thing. So the whole idea of this is that you print it on the print bed, sort of like print in place, but there's no actual like moving parts. But I want you to be able to just print it, put in the battery, put in the motor, put in the switch, solder them together, and it works. So that's the main concept I'm going with. So I printed this. This was supposed to be like you're supposed to hold it like this, I think, or maybe like this. I wasn't sure. I still haven't designed the funnel for this because I kind of abandoned this concept. Eventually, I went to this, which I really wanted it to be kind of like a pen, so that you hold it like a really thick pen, so you can do nice drawings and stuff like that. Unfortunately, this didn't work. So this printed in 2 parts. That printed like that. That printed like that. This is a lot of mass. Like this is like 3 walls deep. This is way too much plastic. So the little motor I'm using, which is still the same one with the grip screw on it, it just did not have the vibration force. I don't know what you measure vibration forces in. It just didn't have enough of those to shake the powder inside of it. So I abandoned this concept and went to this, which is a lot more simple. This was more of a test piece to see if the concept would actually work as intended. So the motor is a lot closer to the funnel, the battery goes in there, the switch goes in there, and that worked. So after that, and a couple test pieces to like make sure the motor fitment is fine, because I had to sand this down quite a bit in order to actually get the motor to fit in here. Eventually, I ended up with this, which is straight off the print bed, well, except some torching to get rid of the stringing. All we have to do now is just put in the battery, put in the motor, and add in the switch. I'm using just a regular 6mm switch that you probably have lying around, and that should be everything you need to actually get this to work. So let's do some wiring. First, we need to attach 2 wires to the motor. I'm going with those 2 because those are the 2 longest wires I have. They don't need to be this long. I will trim them. Right, soldering iron. Let's attach that here and solder that up to here. Now we just need to chuck the motor in here. It's a little bit tight. It does have a little bit of give to actually allow the motor to slide in there, but it is meant to be tight because we want to make sure that all of those lovely vibration forces pass all the way through the body of this thing. Now we can put that switch in and it should fit in perfectly there. I'm going to use a tiny bit of blue tack just to hold that switch in place so it doesn't move around. Now we can bend 2 of these legs to actually make sure the switch doesn't go anywhere, like so. Okay, now we can trim this wire, and that's going to go to the switch. Tin this end, grab it with a pair of tweezers just to make my life easier. and solder it down to the switch. Now we want to wire up the battery compartment. We want to give ourselves a nice amount of wire here, and then we want to feed it through the printed hole in here. It's a little bit easier if you put it in through this side, but you can go the other side if you wish, like so. You want to try getting it through the holes once or twice, kind of weaving it through. You can do it just once, but you know, I just think it will last a little bit longer if you put in a little bit of extra effort. It helps to have tweezers. And now I'm just gonna put a little bit of solder on that end there, not enough to melt the plastic, but enough to make sure the wires don't, you know, come out. And now, once again, we're going to trim this bit here, pull the top off, tin it, and just attach it to the other end of the switch, like that. Beautiful. And now we just have to grab the other end of the motor lead and put it down into this groove that I made for it. And now same with the connector at the back here, weave it through back and forth a couple times, and a little bit of solder just to keep it in place. Fantastic. Cool. So now if I put the battery in, it should work perfectly first time. I mean, I accidentally pushed the button down when I was pressing the battery in, but it works. So now let's put some chocolate in it. Right, I'm gonna actually use it to scoop some chocolate in there, like so. And now I press the button. Perfect. Okay, let's go and make some hot chocolate. No one will know.
Oh, wow. You know what? This is my favorite thing that you've made.
Well, that seems to have been a resounding success. If you'd like to make your own, I'll have the files available over on my Patreon. And with that, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave your thoughts down below, and I'll see you on next week's livestream. Bye. Tastes good. It's like hot chocolate, but instant. Want some?